put this round my dad's neck.
So
So if we know, so if we know where he is, look at that. Those bells are actually brilliant. Yeah. So marching in, oh when the saints go marching in, marching in, yes that number, when the saints go marching in. Right, now the next one I want to do. Do you like Gilbert and Sullivan?
Yeah.
Oh, you see, we've got Florence. Florence is the opera lady. We've got Rose, who is the Scylla lady, and Gilbert and Sullivan as well.
Ooh.
You know, so very.
And
So,
Maureen likes her Al Jolson.
Al Jolson, yeah. Oh, you definitely have her knack with that tambourine. Really, I think you're obviously a professional tambourinist.
Do you know how I got it?
Go on.
Chasing me up around town. You'd have been better. You'd have done your caution and chasing after him anyway.
And he was lucky. I mean, if it had been a stick or something like that, that might have been a bit more like one of Margaret's beta sticks. It would have been a bit more painful, to say the least.
You used to play out with me to put it away before grandchildren come.
Brilliant. Right, we've not yet written our Hotwood Chorus theme tune, but it may well come along, you know, you never know. But in the meantime, we obviously have our group song, which is, anybody remember what it is? Yeah, She's a Lassie. She's a Lassie from... So every week, we always do our She's a Lassie from Lancashire. Yeah, okay. So it goes like this. Buenos dias, good morning, ¿cómo te llamas? What are you called? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Muy bien, gracias, very well, thank you, y tú, and you. Okay, so it goes. Maureen, you've been a part of Fine and Dandy Memory Workshops here at Age UK in Blackburn. I'd just like to ask you, what have you found has been enjoyable? What have been the benefits of being in these workshops that I've been running?
Meeting people, getting to know people, learning how people that especially coming here, they've come in here because they're in a situation and how they're coping with that situation. So I'm learning from them to cope with my situation, which is mostly loneliness.
Isolation.
And isolation.
When did you lose your husband?
Beginning of last year.
Oh God, right.
This year actually.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
And how long were you together?
God. 50 years.
50 years,
Yeah,
oh wow.
if not longer.
That's really amazing.
And the thing is, my memory is bad.
Yeah, so there are some really good social groups that combine music run through the Alzheimer's Society, which my dad attends, called Singing for the Brain. And they're really, really good because you have a cup of coffee, you meet with other people, you do some singing, and it's a great social opportunity to meet people, make new friendships. And what we're doing here at Age UK, with the help of Mark, who developed courses at Age UK, what I'm trying to do is to say, right, okay, let's take that element of singing, because it's such an important part of the group, the singing. Let's add on to it the percussion. Let's also have the opportunity to share and reminisce, which is really important. And also, of course, let's have a go at actually speaking some different languages. So, and let's do some quizzes as well. Because then what you're doing is it's almost like a mixed pot of all sorts of different things. It's a bit like a pie where you've got different...
more interesting.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, really. Because at the end of the day, if you actually come away from our session today and you say to me, oh, I've had a real good time, I've met new people, and we always like to keep the same group of people, so you know that this is your group. You're a member of the Hotwood Chorus, you know our song is She's a Lassie from Lancashire, so it's your group. So Mark, Fine and Dandy Memory Workshops, this is a project that you and I sat down to discuss a couple of months or so ago, and I came to you with this idea of combining singing, reminiscing, quizzes, or almost like making it a whole mixed bag of activities all in 1 hour. From your point of view, do you think this project has worked? Has it achieved what you thought it was going to achieve? Obviously, it's a pilot we're running at the moment, and everything can expand and develop, but what are your thoughts on Fine and Dandy Memory Workshops and how they've worked for you, as you observe?
I think they've been excellent. The service users that we've had engaging in the activity have obviously thoroughly enjoyed it. We've had some very, very good comments back. Maureen commented one week that singing the old songs makes her feel less lonely, and often with older people who are either living alone or see very little of family, they can become quite isolated. And that can lead to depression and anxiety. So to have comments like that, the things that we are doing, activities that we're providing here, just ease that loneliness a little bit is fantastic.
It really is. It really is. And I think also it's interesting to say that the concept of what I'm doing, it's a concept that's actually been introduced down in London. It's actually very popular around the world, and it's called cognitive stimulation therapy, where to slow down the actual progression of dementia, what has worked very well is to bring a group of people week in, week out, to have a name, as we do, the Hotwood Chorus, to have a song that gets sung, a group song, which is obviously She's a Lassie from Lancashire, and to actually have this combination of reminiscing and people sharing and having a bit of a quiz, having a bit of fun, laugh as it were. And I think the whole thing of introducing the percussion instruments as well is really, really good. That they've actually been having to kind of move and be... Someone like Rose, for example, who obviously has minimal movement, but she can still actually use the tambourine, and I would really like to explore that more. So do you feel that combination, do you feel that the combination of activities that we actually produce is working well, or the ones that you think that we should be introducing that we haven't got at the moment?
I think what you've introduced works very well. It keeps things interesting rather than it just becoming another sing song. To break it up and have the quizzes and have the reminiscing really engages the service users, and you can see them responding to it. And like you say with Rose, where she started off initially quite tentative on the tambourine, now she's a little more active and a little more involved using it. And it's nice to see them thinking back to the memories that they've had, the good memories that they've had over the years with their family. We talked a little bit about what they used to do for employment, talking about their workplace. And it just